Hi, Doug. Is there anybody out there?
Absolutely zero. It's fine.
How you doing?
Oh, this is Doug now, or Justin. Hi, Justin.
Hey Cindy, how are you doing?
I'm okay, how are you?
Good.
I've got you on speakerphone with Skylar here. Let's see here. He signed some paperwork a couple of months ago because he got arrested and then his hearing got reset for today. Does that ring a bell?
No, it doesn't. I apologize.
That's okay.
I didn't have it on my schedule and, anyway,
I think based on current circumstances, is it okay if I just go ahead and talk to Skylar with you on the phone?
you bet.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Skylar, where are you living right now?
Ma'am, I'm technically homeless.
Okay.
And one quick question.
Uh-huh.
The paperwork was lost in jail custody, so like, is there any leniency for me on that?
Well, what I'm gonna do is I brought more paperwork
Thank you.
because what happened was, we got an emailed copy of the review request form that you filled out, and the child support office requires an original signature. So because we'd only had the email copy, we couldn't use what we got.
Well, that's funny, because I didn't have any copies to take home with me. That's
Where can we send mail to then? We have, is that still good or no?
yeah. Well, I haven't got mail there in about a year.
Where would be the best place for the child support office to send mail to you at?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out a PO box or something.
Whose address is the 610 Central Avenue?
It's my mother's.
Okay. So here, we talked about this the first time we met.
Mhm.
We talked about your different obligations. So you've got one that's at $222 a month for Skylar, and Skylar's about to turn 18 next year.
Mhm.
So you don't have time to ask for a review of that.
What's crazy, ma'am, is I've been homeless for like 8 years, and I keep getting the runaround about being able to get it stopped, so that way it doesn't get unmanageable.
Right, so, and then we talked about the one for Araya, and that one's already at the minimum amount, so there's nothing to do on that one. The one that's billing at a pretty high amount that you were gonna ask for the review on is for Charlie. And so that one's billing at $481 a month plus $144 cash medical
And
support.
since when?
That started billing in 2017. So there isn't anything I can do regarding the back support, but we can start the process to try and get that support obligation changed.
Well, see, that's and I understand where you're coming from, but
So that's the form that you filled out while you were in jail, that we never got the original copy of, we only got an emailed copy of. So if you want to fill that out now, I can take it back to the office and give it to them, and they can get started on asking for that.
I kind of feel like this is one of those stress and duress situations, though, too, because ma'am, I'm absolutely homeless. I'm searching for a job, don't have a job, and it's been like this for.
And I'm sorry, I should step back and specify, I was just kind of rushing over this, when we talked about it in pretty great detail the first time I met with you, remember?
Yes, we did, but I've been going through this for a while.
So what that form is, that doesn't have anything to do with the contempt action, it's just asking the child support office to look at your case and determine if, based on your current income, if your support obligation should be changed from that $600 that's billing at right
Ma'am,
now.
my current income has been the same, like, and especially it's wintertime now. It's like the more I try to do.
So there's a court order in place requiring you to pay the $481 plus $144 cash medical support. That stays in place unless the court enters a new order.
Well, the court's not going. They're not going to enter a new order. DHS won't help me.
To enter a new order, then you would either have to file a petition to modify support on your own, or ask the child support recovery unit to enter a new order.
And they won't even give me.
So to get, Justin's gonna talk.
They don't even give me information at the child support office.
Skylar,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I sure can.
Okay, all right, so what Ms. Herring is telling you, if you fill out the paperwork that she has, that you have in front of you right now, that she gave you, if you fill that out and you sign it, she will take it back to the child support recovery office. Her workers there will go through the process. If your child support was lowered on your other child, there shouldn't be any reason it won't be lowered on this child.
See, sir. I haven't been able to get a piece of mail in God knows how long, right? So a lot of.
Hold on a second, I'm gonna interrupt you again. We're not talking about mail, we're talking about filling out that form.
I know. Aren't you my attorney?
Yes, but you need to fill out that form if you want your child
I
support to
will.
be considered to be lowered.
I would love for you to come and sit down with me and explain some of this stuff to me, sir. But this feels like.
I'm explaining to you right now, child support
But
recovery.
it feels like a stress and duress situation, sir. It feels like I'm being pressured. It feels like I'm being pressured to.
If you don't want your child support to be reviewed to see if it should be lowered.
I mean, think about no, hold on, sir. Think about this real quick. Think about this. I'm a homeless man and I have no income. Why wouldn't I want my child support to?
Then fill out the paperwork.
But see, this is what I'm saying. I would love for you to sit down in front of me and explain exactly what this is saying. Otherwise, I feel like I'm being pressured into.
It's asking for you to answer the questions to fill out that form.
But do you understand, sir? I already filled out the
Do you
form.
want to take that form and come to my office, Jewel, and have me sit while I watch you answer those questions? Is that what you're asking?
Are you asking me a rhetorical question?
No, I'm saying if I was face to face in front of you right now,
I mean, sir.
I would tell you the same thing that I'm telling you right out on the phone right now.
Well, I'm kind of finding it hard to believe that you actually have my best interest in mind. You didn't even know I had court today, sir.
I didn't get notice of it.
And so that's crazy because.
And hold on a second.
Mhm.
Miss Herring and I have worked together. Miss Herring and I have worked. I've worked a lot of cases with Miss Herring.
And I'm.
She's very. And she's
Miss
very
Herring.
straightforward.
Miss Herring is a pretty cool lady. You're a pretty cool guy.
Right.
But sir, I'm a very educated person, and I know about pressure situations and stuff, and I like to be very well educated about what it is I'm signing and stuff. And
Okay. Well.
I feel like I'm.
What question do you have about? You say you want your child support to be reviewed, correct?
Yes, I do, but mind you, I've already filled this paperwork out and it was lost in your guys' cuff, like, well, not yours, but the police. But yet and still,
What
sir.
Ms. Herring just said, what Ms. Herring just said is that they require.
And it was filled out.
Original signature.
It was filled out, right? And I got out of
Understand.
jail. I was released from jail
Justin?
with the paperwork.
If it's okay with you, we're gonna dismiss this contempt action, we're not gonna proceed with it, but we are gonna try, if possible, to get the support obligation in line with his current income. So if it's okay with you, I can sit here and walk through
I mean,
the paperwork and answer
I would love for him to
questions.
sit on the phone the whole time, actually.
Oh,
If
and then if maybe if we have an issue on the actual contempt, we can call you back.
Well,
But you're gonna ask for the contempt to be dismissed?
Correct.
Okay, so, do you agree that the contempt should be dismissed, sir?
sir, whatever she suggests is, this is her field. I won't disagree with it, but I would love for it to get taken down. I would love to get my child support manageable. I would love to get a house and a job so I can take care of my children like I always have. But what I don't love is I don't love for people to think that they're going to unjustly have me do things. I'm not an idiot.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to have you unjustly do anything. This hearing is not trying to unjustly have you do anything. We are trying to help
I
you.
beg to differ, but
Well, you can beg to differ all you want, but the fact of the matter is, we are both telling you that if you want your child support to be lowered, fill out the paperwork. If you don't want to fill out the paperwork, then your child support will not be lowered.
Miss Herring, right? So, do I get to take the paperwork with me, so then that way at least I can do my own research and then drop it off myself?
Yes,
Okay, I can do that then.
okay.
'Cause I don't like signing anything that I'm not educated on.
So Justin, we're gonna end the call and then you'll get a copy of those orders.
And
That'll just dismiss the contempt, okay?
his name is Justin what again?
Justin Deppie?
Deppie, spelled D-E-P-P-E.
Correct.
Thank you.
All right, thanks Justin, I'll call you back if you need anything.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
And Miss Herring, your
My
first
name is Cindy, C-I-N-D-Y,
Thank you very much.
and last name is H-E-R-R-I-N-G.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
So the contempt action that we filed, seeking to have you held in contempt of court for failure to pay your child support, we're gonna dismiss.
Thank you
Because I
very much.
understand that you are
It-
housing insecure and aren't currently working.
Well, mind you, it's absolutely hard, but I love my babies. I don't want them to have to go without.
I'm sorry, just one second. Doug, do you wanna hang out or do you just wanna assume Corey's not coming?
I will go check. I was
Okay.
doing some other stuff.
Yeah,
so I wasn't gonna make
because
a
if
hurry,
he's
so-
not coming, I'm just gonna do the application in order to issue the minutes.
Okay, I tried to call him. I sent a text this last night.
I just assumed, because I've never met or heard from him, that he wasn't gonna come
He gave
today.
me a number last time and then sent him a text trying to call him.
All right, so are you done over at the
We're
LED?
sitting together right now.
Oh.
Are you here for work?
No. God bless you.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Doug. Okay, so the contempt action then, what we talked about the first time.
I'm gonna go ahead and head out and send you.
Yep, sounds good. If he shows up, I'll give you a call.
Yeah, he won't, but when he gets arrested, if you so shoot me an email, send me a call, and I'll,
All right,
do it with you unless you want to set for 30.
no, we'd rather get some money if possible.
Okay.
All right, keep in touch. Have a good holiday. So the contempt action then, we're just gonna be done with,
Okay.
But there are still court orders out there requiring you to pay child support.
Which is no big thing, but now they've switched my office to go to for the DHS or child support in Waterloo. And then they wouldn't even give me any case numbers. They wouldn't give me who my
So,
workers were. They,
I don't know though if we're talking about different things because your child support case is still housed in the Fort Dodge office.
I mean, well, ma'am, that ain't what they told me, and I have video footage of that.
Okay.
And I also, Rhea Brown, she's just been living at her grandparents', well, she's a ward of the state supposedly, right?
Okay.
She's been living with her grandparents almost 2 years, right? And
Okay.
she's lived with me her whole life, and I've been paying child support for her since before those 2 years.
I'm just going back to the first issue. Your
Mhm.
cases, your child support cases, there may be other DHS cases. 'Cause sometimes-
There is no DHS cases.
Sometimes DHS can involve food stamps or Title 19.
I didn't get none of that stuff, ma'am.
Sometimes DHS can involve Child Protective Services or
And-
China Actions.
Okay.
And then sometimes DHS, they have different entities. So the entity
True
that's
enough.
the Child Support Recovery Unit.
True enough, but
The Child
mind
Support
you,
Recovery Unit has your cases in the Fort Dodge Child Support
well,
Office.
do you know why though? Because you know, RICO laws and stuff like that are very specific about what people should and shouldn't do, right? I am very well versed on all that stuff, and money laundering is very crazy and rampant in Fort Dodge. DHS and all, they're not gonna treat me like I'm ignorant.
My concern though, when did we first talk?
Ma'am, you keep trying to feed me the same stuff, and I respect you and stuff. I do. I want to be able to take care of my children, but
When we first talked in June though, we went over your support obligations,
Mhm.
right? And we talked about how, the one for Skylar is almost over, so
Mhm.
that was just gonna stay. And then the one for Araya is at the minimum amount, so
Mhm.
there's nothing to do on that one. The one that's really getting you,
I'm not worried about it if it's 400 and stuff. What I want to do is, I should have been able a long time ago to get it ceased, so that way it doesn't stack up. But just like you said, you guys want to get money. That's fine and dandy.
but
Oh.
what we talked about though, the first time we met, is that you can ask for your support obligation to be changed based on your current income.
Change, ma'am. It is up high enough. I know plenty of
Right,
people out there
so-
who were able to get it ceased while they were going through hardships.
There's not a way to have it stop.
Oh, yes, there is.
Okay, and if you know how to do that, I would suggest you go about doing
Ma'am,
that.
I know plenty of people who have had it done, and this is what I mean.
The remedy I'm offering you though is that I think if you ask the Child Support Recovery Unit to conduct a review,
They're going to do me the same way that you're doing.
that they may change it from $481 a month down to $50 a month, like it is for Araya.
It's Araya. And ma'am, mind you, I am broke. I barely get to eat, maybe once or twice a week, right? All the stress and duress Fort Dodge puts on people. I carry myself very well. It's because I have to lead those children, right? I don't think that you guys have the best interest of my children. And mind you, I can tell you by your DHS laws and stuff, child support, technically you guys are only guaranteed to pay the very first $50 payment. And so with the rest of that money, where does that go?
I'm not familiar with that.
I'm very familiar with it.
But I want to go back to the fact that there's a court order in place right now that's
Mhm.
requiring you to pay over $600 a month for Charlie.
And I understand that, but do you not know that, ma'am? I'm almost on the verge of contacting federal agents because you guys.
How would you propose to get your obligation for Charlie reduced if you're not currently working?
Ma'am, I haven't been able to work, find a place to live, anything right like that, right? And I'm still here trying to work with you guys.
So there's a court order in place for right now.
I don't mind going to jail. I don't care about the court order.
Let me put this, okay, just hear me out, okay? Can you hear me out for a second?
I've been hearing you out.
Okay. So that support obligation right now is very high.
Mhm.
You are not currently working, so your support obligation.
I haven't been working
Well, hear
in
me out.
8 years.
Let me hear me
Like
out.
pretty much
So
8
your
years.
support obligation should be significantly lower than what it is right
It
now.
should have
No,
been.
hear me out.
No,
Just hear
I'm
me out.
hearing you.
Just listen. Let me say the statement without saying anything
But
back.
you guys are doing this to me illegally, ma'am.
Okay, and you don't have to fill out the paperwork
No,
if
no,
you
no.
don't want to.
No, it's not that. But
What
what
I'm saying though is that's the only way to get your support obligation lower.
are you sure?
Unless you want to petition the court directly.
Oh no, I'll just contact federal agents because it's what's going on,
And
ma'am.
if that's what you're gonna do, then I would suggest you
Um,
do it soon because
well,
your support obligation is
mind you,
accruing.
that doesn't matter. At the end of the day,
But it does matter because it's a debt that you are gonna eventually have to pay.
it is a hypothetical debt, ma'am.
Okay. Well, hypothetically, do you want the high debt to be less?
Ma'am, it doesn't matter what the debt is, right?
Well,
Hypothetically.
I'm confused though because when I talked to you in June.
The reason why you're confused, ma'am, is because you don't go through the things that I go through. Me and my kids. Hear me out, please. Hear me out.
Well, you wouldn't hear me out.
No, I
But when we
did.
talked
I
in
did.
June, you said you were gonna go over to the office and fill out the paperwork immediately. You didn't. I
And-
saw you go in the other direction.
Well,
And then you did fill out the paperwork when
yes, because I want to get a job. I have a lot of stuff
Okay,
to do.
so I will send you home with this paperwork, and if you wanna fill it out and return it, fill it out and return it, and if you don't, you don't.
Well,
It's
ma'am,
entirely up to you.
ma'am, what's entirely up to me is to be a great parent to my children,
Okay.
and for you guys to be public servants and stuff. I respect your positions, but people in power are only money hungry. You guys being money hungry does not help my children.
If you fill out that paperwork,
You
then
keep
you have,
saying that, but ma'am, it's been 8 years and I have not been able to get a steady job, and I can prove that.
and so do you see on that financial statement where you state you're unemployed? That's where you provide that information to the child support office, so they can
Ma'am,
lower your support.
they do me the same way like you do.
No, because Jan has tried so many times to contact you, and she's not able to get a hold of you. There's nobody in the world that's nicer than Jan.
Are you
She's
sure?
the nicest person in the
Because I
world.
could show you 4 videos where Jan hung up on me because I asked for the number of her supervisor. And
Nope, I don't, that's not what Jan would do.
Oh, ma'am, I have.
I'll call her right now if you want me to. Do you want me to call her right now?
Mind you, she'll probably say the same thing about you, right? But you guys have
All
something
right,
in common.
so at this point then, like I told your attorney, the contempt action is gonna be dismissed.
Well, thank you very much, but
If you don't wish to avail yourself of the options available to get your support obligation lower, there's nothing I can do.
I mean, what kind of sense does that make?
But at this point, there isn't anything else to talk about.
So
you're free-
pretty much,
you're free to go.
I know I'm free to go.
Okay, so I'm
but
gonna ask you to go then, because I've got other cases that I gotta talk to, and I can't keep going around in circles with you.
This isn't around in circles, ma'am. I'm
Yes, it
trying-
is, because I'm trying to offer you an option available to help yourself, and you don't want to avail it because you
Ma'am, what
think
you're...
that I'm trying to do something to you, which I'm not.
No, you are, but God bless
So
you.
we're gonna be done now.
Yes,
So I'm
ma'am.
gonna walk you out.
I can walk myself out,
Okay, and then if you have any questions about that paperwork, you can always call or stop and talk to your caseworker.
but that'll be in Waterloo because that's what they keep telling
Her
me.
name is Jan, and she's in Fort Dodge.
Like I said,
And I can't argue facts with you. That's
yeah.
facts.
no, facts are facts. I
Facts are facts.
I can prove you differently. I got
I
video.
don't think you can because it's impossible because it's a fact. You can't prove facts differently.
Ma'am, where's the magic, right? Is that word
So
impossible?
again, I would just hear me.
It means
hear me say this.
something different.
Skylar,
ma'am,
Skylar, hear me.
I
You can talk
can't,
to-
I can't hear you.
Talk to anybody you want to about that paperwork. If you fill it
I
out,
can't
it'll
hear
help you. If you don't fill it out, it won't help you.
Um,
So it's really a matter of whether or not you want to help yourself.
ma'am, you know,
Okay.
I'm gonna help my children,
Okay.
not you guys'
You want
pockets.
that?
Well, of course. And Doug is a public service employee, right? For him to go through my things, it's kind of like illegal. So mind you. And so I apologize if you thought I was being argumentative, ma'am. It's just frustrating.
Thanks for coming in today. Have a good day.
I
Oh, I'm
apologize.
good, thank you.
Oh.
That's for the COVID and all.
Ma'am, I've been here for years.
Okay, all right, you can come back.
conversation. That's not real Christian-like, trust me. That is very unprofessional, guys. Very unprofessional. Now, I don't know if y'all just caught that what they was doing, right? But they pretty much when the threatened to come off the hall, this woman had her hands full of this, that, and the third. How dare you, goofy motherfuckers, me to try to bully me, filling out some bullshit paperwork, but then I leave from upstairs in the courtroom, and the first thing you guys do is you come over there to try to talk about your sexual exploits and taking advantage of people who just want to live. Never mind the fact that you guys got wives at home and children and grandchildren to take care of. You're fucking doing some sick and despicable shit. And it is ridiculous.